Locations of interest. The Foundation has identified a number of locations around the world, and beyond it, that are actively anomalous and support permanent communities. While these places would generally be given an SCP designation and evacuated, in some cases this is not possible, due to practical or political constraints. Although not all locations of interest are fully controlled by the Foundation, containment measures are in place to ensure that the general public remains unaware of their existence or anomalous nature. An inhabited anomalous location designated as a Nexus permits residents to remain within it, under the supervision of the Foundation or another group of interest, since the anomalous properties of a Nexus generally cannot extend beyond its borders. Additionally, the Foundation has accepted the existence of a number of free ports, paranormal enclaves accessible only through anomalous means, within which the concealment and containment of anomalies is unnecessary. These communities are usually self-managed, with observation from the Foundation and local governments to ensure that anomalous phenomena remain within the free port. Table of Contents. Nexus Area Classes. List of Nexuses. NX-01, The Wanderer's Library. NX-02, Annwn. NX-03, Hy-Brasil. NX-04, Murky Lake. NX-07, Gwag Hen y Cwn. NX-14, Hoiohiña. NX-17, Boring. NX-18, Sloth's Pit. NX-25, Olive Hill. NX-28, Broken Hill. NX-32, Negaseattle. NX-33, Drake. NX-36, Atlantic City. NX-37, Daleport. NX-43, Verstecktedorf. NX-51, Eventide. NX-52, Harkness. NX-56, Summerstone. NX-58, Yumegēmu. NX-59, Amityville. NX-64, Mujin. NX-78, Markhaven. NX-79, Gmina Cyców. NX-91, Cipher City. NX-94, Lake Huron. NX-143, Camp Ipperwash. NX-572, Puerto Extraño. NX-933, The Piss World. List of free ports. FP-01, 3 Portlands. FP-02, Backdoor SoHo. FP-03, Eurtec. FP-04, Rue Macabre. FP-05, The Pillars. FP-08, Sjhlfels and Rhein. FP-84, Wonder World. Trademark sign. FP-88, 2 Blackbutts. FP-99, The Net. FP-108, Gmina. FP-120, Esterberg. Other locations of interest. Alligator. Third Antarctic Empire. The Baltic Trench. Chugwater. Korbenik. Farpoint Station. Hongqing. The Hydra's Spine. Infinite Ike. Little Havana. Koigarezaki. Outer Lichtenberg. Peramax. Islamic Republic of Eastern Samothrace. SCP-5562 Prime. Republic of Shgastan. Redacted per Protocol 4000 issue. Kingdom of Klanianko. Tono Yoke Sanctuary. Under Vegas. London. Nexus Area Classes. Briar. Asphodel. Camelot. Shangri-La. Dunwich. Freeport. Other location of interest. Nexus Area Classes. As shown on the map above, anomalous locations are given one of the following classifications, based on how obvious their anomalous properties are and how likely civilians from outside the Nexus are to encounter them. Briar. Nexus features extra-normal events and anomalous objects at a higher than normal rate. These are generally only noticeable to permanent inhabitants, requiring little or no cover-up by the Foundation. Name derived from the Brothers Grimm version of Sleeping Beauty, Little Briar Rose. Asphodel. Nexus features a high frequency of extra-normal events and anomalous objects. Most visitors will notice that something about this place is unusual, requiring some cover-up by the Foundation. Name derived from the fields of asphodel, the afterlife in Greek mythology. Camelot. Anomalous activity is an integral part of the town. The Foundation must regularly perform cover-ups, and takes measures to prevent visitors, such as removing the settlement from maps of the area. Containment facilities may be required on a case-by-case basis. Name derived from the legends of King Arthur. Shangri-La. Frequent and unpredictable anomalous activity, which the Foundation deals with as it occurs. The Foundation actively prevents civilians from entering the area. Containment facility required. Name derived from James Hilton's Lost Horizon novel. Dunwich. The entire place is anomalous, and almost entirely cut off from the non-anomalous world. Special measures may be required to keep personnel safe. Entry and exit tightly controlled. Containment facility required. Name derived from the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Freeport. Hubs of commerce and living, accessible only through anomalous means. These communities are aware of the anomalous, and make use of it in everyday life. These hubs are protected by national or international law, restricting or forbidding Foundation intervention, with law enforcement within the Nexus often performed by its own local government. Other locations of interest. A number of other inhabited anomalous locations have come to the attention of the Foundation, but are not currently categorized as a Nexus or Freeport, or may have unusual attributes resulting in a non-standard Nexus class. List of Nexuses. NX01. The Wanderer's Library. Area Class. Crossroads 1. Description. A vast extra-dimensional library, allegedly containing all knowledge ever written down and yet to be created. Although the Foundation has been aware of the library since 1955, it has existed for much longer than that. The library serves as the base of operations for GOI-014, Serpent's Hand, but various inhuman entities known as librarians are the ones that actually maintain and protect the Nexus. Individuals that harm the library, its books, or its patrons are punished by being transformed into one of these librarians to work off their debt. This fate has befallen a number of Foundation personnel during incursions into the library, and so the Foundation has adopted a more diplomatic approach to this specific location. Associated articles. The Wanderer's Library Hub. Magic Orientation. Lessons learned. SCP-6000. The Serpent, the Moose, and the Wanderer's Library. NX-02. Annwn. Formerly Avalon. Area Class. Camelot. Location. Irish Sea. Formerly. Containment Facility. Site 12. Description. An island located in an extra-dimensional space accessible only to those subject to onerological triggers. NX-02 is populated by an unknown number of spectral entities. Currently, due to growing animosity between the Foundation and the ruler of Nexus, the Foundation's access to the space has been revoked. Initially believed to have been created and governed by the Fee, recent evidence suggests the Nexus was actually part of a large technomagocracy, tribal human government, known as the Mabin. At some point, during the Roman invasion of Britain, the Mabin government collapsed for an unknown reason. During this collapse, NX-2's control was taken by the Fee and removed from baseline reality. Associated articles. SCP-6916. Hirith and the Land of My Fathers. NX-02. Finding Avalon. NX-03. Hy-Brasil. Area Class. Camelot. Location. 100 km west of Ireland. Containment Facility. Site 03. Description. A magical island in the Atlantic Ocean, accessible through non-anomalous means only one day every 7 years. The Nexus is governed by the Tuatha De Danann, and acted as a neutral ground for Menagoi to operate in, including the Foundation. Devastated following the arrival of LTE-0851 Cetus, the Nexus remains, but is significantly diminished in power, strength, and population. Associated articles. War on All Fronts Hub. A foul storm in a fair land. SCP-7010. We Will Endure. Ute 1919 Discofather. NX-04. Murky Lake. Area Class. Shangri-La. Containment Facility. Site 107. Location. New Mexico, USA. Description. Murky Lake is a town that has been abandoned since 1936, before which it was notable for an unusually high rate of disappearances and other anomalous events. In addition to lacking a human population at present, wildlife, chlorophyll, music and many parts of the buildings are absent. A number of intangible humanoid figures have been sighted within the Nexus, but all attempts at communication have failed. Associated articles. SCP-5352. Absence. NX-07. Gwag Hen y Cwn. Area Class. Asphodel. Location. Swansea, Wales, United Kingdom. Description. A small town located on an island off the southern coast of Wales. Most of its inhabitants suffer from therianthropy, or the ability to metamorphose, shapeshift, into other animals. Associated articles. NX-07. NX-14. Hoiohiña. Area Class. Dunwich. Location. Underneath the Guyana Shield. South America. Containment Facility. Site 14. Description. Subterranean ecosystem located at least 40 kilometers beneath South America, inhabited by large intelligent rodents of the Rattus abyssus species. These rodents rely on their skill at biothaumaturgy and pyramineralogy for survival. Site 14 maintains a diplomatic relationship with these non-human inhabitants of the Nexus, prevents exploration by other groups, and cooperates to contain entities found deeper within the abyss. Due to its depth, no further containment is required. Associated articles. NX-14. Adosha's Abyss. SCP-ES-220. Burning Soul. KTE 3770X Machina Pygmalion. NX-17. Boring. Area Class. Bra. Location. Oregon, USA. Containment Facility. Site 64. Description. Located southeast of Portland, Oregon. Boring's main anomaly is the increased occurrence of almost all known varieties of anomalous fauna. Additionally, Boring is headquarters to Wilson's Wildlife Solutions WWS, an organization concentrated on the discovery and preservation of anomalous flora and fauna. Following the establishment of the Boring Agreement, the Foundation, via Site 64, and WWS have agreed to support each other and not to interfere in each other's operations, with WWS handling containment of most of the anomalous animals in Boring. Associated articles. Wilson's Wildlife Solutions Hub. UIU File 2008-021. Ursus Maritimus Incident. SCP-3160. There are wasps inside your microwave, and they're stinging you right now. Take it away, my darling. NX-18. Sloth's Pit. Area Class. Shangri-La. Location. Wisconsin, USA. Containment Facility. Site 87. Description. Named after the town's founder, Jackson Sloth. Sloth's Pit is a nexus driven by its own narrative force. Many anomalies are associated with the town, with some still unaccounted for. Known anomalies include gravity reversal in Main Street every Tuesday at 12 p.m., a colony of sentient, talking praying mantises, and individuals meeting misfortune upon saying the phrase "what could possibly go wrong?" or variants of it. Many unclassed anomalous entities, UAs, have emerged from the narrative force of Sloth's Pit, including the Goatman, Sinning Jesse, and the Hook-Handed Man. Despite its often goofy and friendly appearance, Sloth's Pit has also been host to multiple terrifying incidents and has its own dark history. Associated articles. S&C Plastics Hub. SCP-4040. At the bottom of a bottomless pit. Last days at camp. Black Autumn Hub. NX-25. Olive Hill. Area Class. Camelot. Location. Kentucky, USA. Containment Facility, Site 10. Description: outside the Veil, Olive Hill is well known for the Tigard State Forest, a popular attraction for tourists. But come the later hours of midnight, strange events happen, such as young children going missing and strange noises emanating from the forest itself. Rumors of a witch inhabiting the forest also plague the city's populace as they mourn over their lost children. The forest itself has been avoided by civilians and Foundation personnel alike, as many have entered to explore and investigate the missing children but have yet to return. Associated articles. SCP-4530, and Into the Woods We Go. NX-28. Broken Hill. Area Class: Bra. Location: Western Australia. Containment Facility: Outpost 86. Description: a former mining town in Western Australia, currently populated by a number of ghosts. These ghosts are attempting to expand the tunnel network in the search for more gold, causing a network of mines that does not conform to standard topological models. Associated articles. NX-28. NX-32. Negaseattle. Area Class: Asphodel. Location: Washington, USA. Containment Facility: Outpost 32. Description: a small area of the Cascade Mountain Range with a significantly high volume of illusory flora and fauna. Although mostly harmless when left alone, direct interaction with the anomalous plants and animals of the area can yield unpredictable and sometimes dangerous results, as things are often not what they appear to be. The town of Negaseattle is a Foundation retirement village, populated entirely by Foundation employees and former employees and hidden from civilians. It's also the home of the SCP-5132 project. Associated articles. SCP-5132, The Kids Aren't All Right. Working Dogs. Holy Terrors. NX-33, Drake. Area Class: Camelot. Location: Inverness-shire, Scotland. Containment Facility: Site 127. Description: this nexus is inhabited by humanoid anomalous constructs, hacks, who have been integrated into everyday life in the Nexus. An abundance of SCP-936 are also located around the town, and may actually be posing as members of the community. Associated articles. NX-33. NX-36. Atlantic City. Area Class: Bra. Location: New Jersey, USA. Containment Facility: Site 333. Description: designated as a nexus after the New Jersey Rapture, in which 25 kind-hearted individuals inexplicably demanifested. Since this event, the city has gained an abnormal increase in unfortunate events. Its background Akiva radiation has dropped down to zero and its residents have been experiencing a constant feeling of despair, hopelessness and distrust on others, as well as general apathy towards the human condition. Notably, these emotions are temporarily diminished when inside the city's various casinos, although whether this is an anomalous phenomenon or a natural reaction is a matter of debate. Associated articles. Welcome to Site 333, Atlantic City. SCP-7399. Notice of Review by the Records, Archival, and Information Security Administration. NX-37. Daleport. Area Class: Dunwich. Location: New England, USA. Containment Facility: Area 37. Description: Daleport is the only nexus without a mortal population following an incident in 1997, where a cult in the town attempted to summon multiple omnipotent entities in order to cleanse the town. The ritual failed, and the entire town's population was wiped out. Today, the Nexus is a hotbed of anomalous activity, including the apparition of disembodied limbs and voices belonging to the slaughtered townsfolk. Associated articles. SCP-1936. Daleport. NX-43. Verstecktedorf. Area Class: Camelot. Location: Baden-Württemberg, Germany. Containment Facility, Site 99. Description: Verstecktedorf is a small town in Germany which experiences anomalous activities related to the fairy tales of the Grimm brothers. This nexus also hosts the Black Forest, a notable location from the Grimm brothers' tales. Some stories from the town had managed to circulate the internet through sites such as Ipperwash, but are often dismissed as urban legends. Associated articles: Der Machandelbaum, Verger, Halloween Watch, NX51, Eventide. Area Class, Dunwich. Location, Oregon, USA. Containment Facility, Site 51. Description: Eventide is a city in Oregon that never sees the sun due to an unknown impermeable object blocking the sky. The almost continuous downpour of rain, along with the lack of sunlight and anomalous nature, has accelerated the growth of anomalous fungi, which are used to create anomalous drugs to supply Eventide's black market. Due to the control exerted by the Bavarian Illuminati II upon the city, the Foundation must operate as a Black Ops unit to gain control of the city. Associated articles: Hotline, Eventide. DARE, drugs are really extreme. Critter Profile, Bakugo. NX52, Harkness. Area Class, Dunwich. Location, Maryland, USA. Containment Facility, Site 52. Description: Harkness, Maryland is the single most concentrated population with anomalous diseases. The equivalent of an anomalous leper community, following the intentional infection of the town's water supply by an unknown group in the 1980s. The entire population is immune to non-anomalous disease, but afflicted with at least one anomalous disease. The nexus is also covered in a dense, green miasma, which does not dissipate or affect the population of Harkness. Harkness Nexus is used as a vaccine procurement and testing facility, due to the rare specimens present within the nexus. Associated articles: An apple a day. NX56, Summerstone. Area Class, Camelot. Location, Wales, United Kingdom. Containment Facility, Site 17. Description: NX56 was Summerstone, a Welsh logging town surrounding a temperate rainforest. Originally the host of a semi-stable SCP-4886A ecosystem, the events of Incident 4886A0 forced the Foundation to reassess the extent of NX56's anomalous properties. Re-evaluation of NX56's Nexus status is also being considered. Associated articles: SCP-4886, The Cop in the Countryside. When Will You Die for the Last Time in My Dreams? Hub. NX58, Yumegēmu. Area Class, Shangri-La. Location, Tokushima, Japan. Containment Facility, Site 79. Description: Yumegēmu is a nexus located in Japan that features multiple topographical anomalies. The nexus also incorporates games and challenges into its surroundings, causing buildings in the nexus to mirror those often found in video games. The nexus also causes alterations in the people living in it, as well as shows signs of temporal and chronal abnormalities. Associated articles: SCP-2117, The Stolen Solidarity. SCP-6722, The Phantasmic Foundation Speedrunning Competition of 11. Bad End. The Time After Time Password. Hub. Ready or Not. Dart. Here I Come. NX59, Amityville. Area Class, Shangri-La. Location, Missouri, USA. Containment Facility, Site 59. Description: Unlike the haunted house of the same name, Amityville is a small town in Missouri that relies heavily upon the laws of irony and bad luck. Many events in the town are often accompanied by sudden unpredictable changes or conform to local superstitions. However, rumors have emerged from the town regarding the abuse of power of Foundation personnel in Site 59, who have allegedly formed a dictatorship in Amityville. Associated articles. SCP-2920. What did you expect? The Amityville Triumph. NX-64. Mujin. Area Class. Asphodel. Location. South Gyala, South Korea. Containment Facility. Site-64K. Description. Mujin is located along the coast of the Ieyasu Peninsula, and experiences a never-ending fog that blankets the city. In addition to the fog, this nexus also contains SCP-521-KO, and possesses the lowest Hume level for any known nexus, catalyzing an increase in the number of anomalies encountered by personnel at Site-64K. Associated articles. SCP-521-KO. What is seeing? Secure Facility Dossier. Site-64K. SCP-137-KO. The Badland. In the world where the fog has vanished. NX-78. Markhaven. Area Class. Dunwich. Location. Indiana, USA. Containment Facility. Site-42. Description. Ungated community. Built in the style of 1950s American suburbia and isolated from the outside world by an anomalous fence. The town is run by a socially conservative authoritarian government, utilizing indoctrination, propaganda and chemical compounds to maintain control of the population. Deliveries have been made to the town by GOI 627, the factory, and funding appears to have originally come from the United States Pentagram. Associated articles. SCP-5478, Markhaven, Indiana. SCP-5078, A Nuclear Family. NX-79, Gmina Cyców. Area Class. Dunwich. Location. Lublin Voivodeship, Poland. Containment Facility. Site PL-79. Description. The entire area of the Cyców commune in Poland is classified as a nexus. As the area where the barrier separating our reality from the demonic reality layer is at its thinnest, demonic anomalies are extremely common in this region. Due to this, the Foundation has isolated the commune from the rest of civilization and established its own site within. The headquarters of GOI PL-079, Hunter Industries, are also located within this nexus. Associated articles. Cycow's Hell. SCP-PL-289. A multidimensional solution for shopping at Biedronka. Order MEF 2839. Order MEF 7629. NX-91. Cipher City. Area Class. Turing 3. Surveillance Facility. Site 15. Description. A digital city located in the Maxwellist network. Believers of WAN connect their consciousness to the network through cybernetic implants, and interact with the city through digital avatars. Despite its simulated nature, Cipher functions in many ways like an ordinary city, with buildings, stores, and its own currency. To manage the city and raise funds for the church, a council composed of 6 individuals known as the Hexagon control the city, conducting their will through a special task force known as the Compilation Layer. While officially only Maxwellists are allowed to access the network, it is possible for ICE and humans alike to infiltrate the city through backdoors. Associated articles. Hello World. Series. Basic observations. Corruption. Mindful. NX-94. Lake Huron. Area Class. Bra. Location. Ontario, Canada. Containment Facility. Site 43. Description. NX-94 designates not a single contiguous area, but instead a series of First Nations reserves along the coast of Lake Huron where culturally specific anomalous occurrences are common. As these occurrences typically only involve members of the related cultures, and as local populations are low, only nominal monitoring activities organized at Site 43 have been necessary thus far. Indigenous peoples carrying out their traditional rituals have successfully propitiated nearly all mythological beings within the Nexus, making their actual containment a non-issue. Associated articles. On Guard 43 Hub. SCP-5494, The Lords of the Beneath World. Whose lake is it anyway? Dead dogs. Magic Mounties. The Good Work. NX-143. Camp Ipperwash. Area Class. Bra. Description. The subterranean footprint of Site-43 and its immediate environs, wherein romantic activities occur at a statistically improbable rate. The effect itself cannot be reversed, as its source is not yet known. SCP Foundation staff are granted access to pharmaceutical means of regulating their libidos. Location: Ontario, Canada. Containment Facility: Site-43. Associated Articles: NX-143. On Guard 43 Hub. Undertour. NX-572. Puerto Extraño. Area Class: Shangri-La. Location: Southern Argentina. Containment Facility: Site-572. Description: one of the few Nexuses of extraterrestrial origin. Puerto Extraño was created when an exploration group sent by Argentina's Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation discovered an alien terraformer in the Antarctic and brought it back to their country. The colonists themselves were physically altered by exposure to the device, and its activation created an alien atmosphere, with organisms in it being physically altered to adapt them to the light of a gray sun. Additionally, a neural network formed, allowing the sharing of emotions within the confines of the Nexus. This resulted in the voluntary self-isolation of its inhabitants. Associated Articles: SCP-6500, Inevitable. NX-933, The Piss World. Area Class: Dunwich. Containment Facility: Outpost 933. Description: an alternate reality located far deep within the multiversal compass. The Piss World 4 is mostly characterized by a single planet enshrouded by an immense ocean completely composed of urine, and lands made out of other related materials. Previously in a war with the Foundation to steal the urine of others to increase their draining sea, an alliance with the organization ended their world's apocalypse, which additionally gave their universe the classification of a Nexus. Associated Articles: SCP-6833, The Piss World. List of free ports. FP-01, Freeportlands. Area Class: Freeport. Accessible from Portland, Washington, USA, Portland, Maine, USA, Isle of Portland, Dorset, England. Surveillance Facility: Site-64. Description: a city-state located in its own pocket universe, with connections to the Isle of Portland in the United Kingdom and the cities of Portland in Oregon and Maine. Freeportlands is the largest free port in North America. A haven for anarchists, occultists, and parahumans, it has a population of at least 80,000. Foundation operations within the city are prevented or seriously limited by the Hoover Mandate of the United States government. Under the terms of this policy, the United States guarantees the city's independence and status as a free port, while assuming responsibility for its security and secrecy. Execution of these duties falls to the Unusual Incidents Unit, which shares law enforcement jurisdiction with the local police. Associated Articles: The Unusual Investigations of Kenneth Spencer and Robin Thorne. Or Stringers. Portland Vice. Make Portland Weirder. FP-02. Backdoor SoHo. Area Class: Freeport. Accessible from Manhattan, New York, USA. Surveillance Facility: Site-28. Description: Backdoor SoHo is a free port dedicated mostly to the artistic display of the anomalous, similar to Manhattan's SoHo, with the primary entrance located off of Houston Street. Backdoor SoHo hosts numerous studios and galleries, as well as groups of interest such as Ambrose restaurants. Access is controlled by the Doorman Charlie, and the area is policed to some extent by the FBI's Unusual Incidents Unit. However, the Freeport remains a hotbed of paracriminal activity, ranging from black market transactions brokered by Marshall, Carter and Dark, to illegal medical clinics operated by the Psychic Wheelstead. Associated articles. The Good of the Other. A Farewell to Kings. How to remove glitter from a polyester dress. Alternate character interpretations. FP03. Eurtec. Area class. Freeport. Accessible from multiple European cities. Description. Eurtec is the prime technological metropolis in the West, and is one of the Global Occult Coalition's most ambitious projects. It was founded by the servants of the Silicon Norna 5 in order to speed up the development of paratechnology for the purposes of their own agenda. While relatively young, it has nonetheless established a presence in the anomalous world as an important global city and the primary European free port. However, beneath Eurtec's advanced technology and shining skyscrapers is a lower city infamous for crime and violence, earning it the nickname of the Blood District. Associated articles. Speed Demon Hub. Hypervelocity. Outfounded Hub. Embargo Hub. FP04. La Rue Macabre. Area class. Freeport. Location. Louisiana. New Orleans, USA. Surveillance facility. Site 93. Description. La Rue Macabre is a pocket dimension consisting mostly of uninhabited swampland, with a small settlement built where the Freeport borders the French Quarter of New Orleans. La Rue is home to a number of anomalous entities, many with nowhere else to go, and on market days it serves as a hub for trade in anomalous items. While lacking any formal system of government, its residents handle their own affairs, and overt intervention by the Foundation is not currently deemed necessary. Associated articles. SCP-4421. Papa Legba's Walking Stick. SCP-5038. La Rue Macabre is closed. An anthropological report. The Darkwater Lodge. La Rue Post. Nancy's Shoe. FP05. The Pillars. Area class. Freeport. Description. An extra-dimensional space containing a number of gigantic black stone pillars, suspended in an empty void and shrouded constantly by grey fog. Several towns have been constructed on multiple layers within, around and on bridges between these vast structures. Lanterns must remain constantly lit to protect its human inhabitants from hostile entities known as the Shapes in the Fog. Associated articles. Lantern Bearer. FP08. Sjhlfels and Rhein. Area class. Freeport. Accessible from Sil Valley, Switzerland, Rhein Delta, Netherlands. Surveillance facility. Site DE20. Description. Sjhlfels am Rhein is located in a pocket dimension accessible from both the Swiss Alps and the Dutch Rhine Delta. Due to its neutrality, the town of around 12,000 inhabitants is home to a number of groups of interest, including adherents of multiple anomalous religions, the only fixed location of Das Wonder Cabinet, and a campus of the Mages Academy, the Sjhlfelse Hochschule für Angie and Magie. In addition to the Foundation's surveillance of the Freeport, the Global Occult Coalition maintains a presence through St. Keiserius Hospital, a specialist clinic for anomalous ailments operated by the World Parahealth Organization. 6. Associated articles. SCP-208-DE. St. Keiserius Hospital. Emile Alan Alcor. Everyday life with an extraterrestrial girl. Critter profile. Eden. REKTO 1466 Houdini Mages Academy. FP84. Wonder World. Trademark sign. Area class. Freeport. Accessible from Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Surveillance facility. Site 55. Description. Pronounced Wonder World. TEMM. This city-sized extra-dimensional space serves as the headquarters for the Dr. Wondertainment Corporation, which employs the majority of the residents of Wonder World. Trademark sign in the research, development and manufacturing of their toys and other products. In addition to its role as a company town, Wonder World Trademark sign has many of the attractions of a theme park, making it a popular tourist destination for the anomalous community. Permanent inhabitants of Wonder World. Trademark sign have been observed to develop changes to their physical appearance, ranging from alterations in pigmentation to more extreme mutations such as the growth of additional limbs. Associated articles. Wonder World dossier. City of Wonder trademark sign. And I think to myself. Vendor friend. Series hub. SCP-7035. Wonder Coast. FP-88. 2 Blackbutts. Area class. Freeport. Accessible from Blackbutt, Queensland, Australia. Blackbutt, New South Wales, Australia. Description. An extra-dimensional region of dense eucalyptus bushland with artificial clearings used for parasport drag racing. Accessible from 2 towns named Blackbutt due to an nomenclative connection between them. Objects and entities to be transported to the location must be surrounded with a ring of burning branches taken from eucalyptus patterns. Pilularis, Autogesiana, all commonly known as Blackbutt trees. Associated articles. Parasport dossier. Parasport drag racing. Australian rules drag racing. FP99. The Net. Area class. Turing 7. Surveillance facility. Site 78. Description. The Net is a digital dimension containing a full 3D representation of the world's data. Hosted on various anomalous servers, it can be accessed by directly uploading the mind into one of them, or through the use of a portable device called a cyberdeck. These servers host various spaces for commerce, entertainment, and combat, including plenty of illegal anomalous activity, and power struggles between multiple groups of interest. Associated articles. The Ninth World Hub. SCP-7114. The Fangadis. FP-108. Garikna. Area class. Freeport. Accessible from Gorizia, Friuli Venezia Giulia, Italy. Description. This anomalous enclave is located in northeastern Italy, on the border with Slovenia, and possesses an meteorological anomaly that causes it to always rain. Garikna is a place where Mediterranean and Eastern European cultures meet, and where baseline humans live alongside anomalous individuals, although the city is very divided by social class, with some very disreputable areas inhabited by the lower classes. A hub for paranormal commerce, both legal and illicit, Garikna is politically controlled by Marshall, Carter and Dark. Associated articles. SCP-014-INT. Memories of a Nobody. FP-120. Esterberg. Area class. Freeport. Accessible from Silesian Voivodeship, Poland. Surveillance facility. Site 120. Description. The largest and oldest still existing city built by anomalous species. Houses some of the biggest Phi and Yeren populations around the world and acts as the main hub for anomalous activity, especially related to the aforementioned species, in Central Europe. Filled with magic on a scale almost never before seen, Esterberg is a monument to cooperation between different species, organizations, and people, showing what can be achieved when the good of the many is placed before the good of the few. Associated articles. From 120's Archives Hub. Gaslight. Gatakeep. Girlboss Hub. Esterberg City. Wikipedia. SCP-643. Delicious chocolates. Other locations of interest. Alagada. Description. Though contained as part of SCP-2264, the extra-dimensional city of Alagada is not controlled by the Foundation, but is instead ruled by a powerful reality-bending entity known as the Hanged King. Within the city itself, architecture is non-Euclidean, the direction of gravity is variable, and the only colors that occur are black, white, yellow, and red. Expeditions into Alagada have also reported the replacement of all clothing with costumes appropriate for a masquerade ball, the inability to bring back any objects, and difficulty in estimating the passage of time. Further exploration has been put on hold, following opposition from the city's ruler. Associated articles. SCP-2264. In the Court of Allegada. A wandsman in the Court of the Hanged King. The Black Vaults of Allegada. There are no children in Allegada. The Third Antarctic Empire. Accessible from Queen Alexandra Mountain Range, Antarctica. Surveillance facilities. Site 1483. Alpha, Beta, Gamma. Description. A small crevasse in a remote region of Antarctica leads to Universe B10208 Alpha 1483, an alternate reality in which Antarctica is a more temperate region inhabited by sapient hominids known as Homo antarcticus. Their level of technological advancement is roughly equivalent to baseline humans, with more advanced nuclear, geothermal, and solar power, but more primitive communication and aerospace technologies. The continent is unified under the Third Antarctic Empire, which was founded in 1526 CE. The Foundation is currently engaged in establishing a diplomatic relationship with the Empire, facilitating cross-cultural exchange of knowledge and technology. Associated articles. Antarctic Exchange Hub. On the other side of the coin. A Merry Fellow. The Glorious Revolution. SCP-6483. The Polar Express. The Baltic Trench. Location. The Baltic Sea, Poland. Containment Facility. Site PL-69. Description. An anomalously formed 13-kilometer deep trench located in the Baltic Sea. Inhabited by a Homo sapiens SID subspecies that has radically adapted to their harsh environment. It is filled with ruins and other destroyed structures that have once been a part of the Phi Empire prior to its fall. Though the trench was previously isolated and hidden from the outside world via the deployment of masquerading magic, it was discovered by the Foundation in 2010, and sporadical outside contact prior to 2010 has also been noted to occur. Associated articles. Tales from the Bottom of the Sea. The 10th of April, 2010. Jaws in the Ruins. The Underwater Gardens That Weren't There. The Return to Niflheim. Chugwater. Location. Wyoming, USA. Surveillance Facility. Site 78. Description. A rural town with an area of only 3.06 square miles, with an estimated population of 300. Foundation interest in Chugwater began when it was discovered that its residents were more likely to accept anomalous activity as a part of baseline normalcy compared to average, leading its local site to adopt a more lenient strategy of containment around Chugwater's many anomalous happenings. The cause of Chugwater's apparent draw for anomalous entities, features, and parafauna has yet to be determined, and its status as a nexus is currently pending. Associated articles. SCP-7975. The Chugwater Frogman. SCP-7970. Horton's Corner. SCP-2704. The Lonely Star. SCP-6294. Cold. Secure Facility Dossier. Site 78. Corbenic. Description. As one of the many afterlives available to humanity, Corbenic is an extra-dimensional reality that the Foundation is in the process of exploring. While the gravity and atmosphere are similar to Earth, the pea-green sky is illuminated by 3 moons, with no day-night cycle. Various regions and political entities exist within Corbenic, most notably the group of interest known as the 3 Moons Initiative. Associated articles. SCP-2922. Notes from the Under. Operation Galahad. 3 Moons Initiative Hub. Intelligence Covenant Dossier. Region -9440 AF9 Pravoslavia. Intelligence Covenant Dossier. Region -3824 Far 1 Wielka Altana. Farpoint Station. Location. Pluto. Outer Solar System. Description. Farpoint Forward Operating Base is the Global Occult Coalition's most remote outpost. Accessible only through thaumatological apportation, and inhabited and maintained by only a dozen GOC operatives. Farpoint Station is used by the GOC to contain anomalous entities that they cannot liquidate. Farpoint Station may also be utilized for the resupply of extrasolar missions, although such ventures are not currently possible with non-anomalous technology. Associated articles. Farpoint. SCP-6523. The Machine. ISV Joyous. Burnin for you. Hongqing. Containment Facility. Site CN71. Accessible from Hong Kong, China. Left phase. Baseline reality. Hong Kong Islands. The United States of America. Right phase. Alternate reality. Description. Hongqing is located in a pocket dimension that connects the city of Hong Kong to Hong Kong, its counterpart in a parallel universe. Hongqing duplicates the geography of the Hong Kong Peninsula and islands, but is surrounded by an impassable barrier, notably used as a canvas by local anarchists known as sky wall painters. Hongqing is monitored by governments and normalcy organizations from both universes, and the Foundation has established a working relationship with its counterpart from the right phase, an organization known as the Sjhlfels. Hongqing is regarded as neutral space between worlds, giving it a high level of autonomy and allowing the city to serve as a hub for cross-cultural exchange, paratechnology, and thaumaturgy. Associated articles. Hongqing. Gong Hub. SCP-CN 1997. When Magic and Science Intersect. UIU City Dossier. Hongqing. UIU File. 1996-005. Hydra's Spine. Accessible from. Redacted. Description. SCP-2344, also known as the Hydra's Spine, is an expansive extra-dimensional network of underground tunnels, connecting together doorways leading to other planets and realities. The majority of these tunnels are of uniform appearance, passing through smooth dirt, although other appearances have been observed. Entry through a doorway connected to the network can be facilitated by physical contact with at least 7 grams of biological material from a member of the genus Gallus, chicken, or local equivalent. Exploration is ongoing, including the establishment of outposts for resupply and diplomatic relations, but is complicated by the fact that many doorways connect to the Wanderer's Library. Associated articles. SCP-2344, The Doorway. The Hydra's Spine. Wayfarer's Hub. Pursuing Ghosts. Infinite Ike. Description. SCP-3008-1 is an extra-dimensional space of potentially infinite volume, resembling an Ike store and located within a building previously owned and operated by the Swedish furniture retailer. It is inhabited by an unknown number of trapped humans, as well as by faceless entities dressed as Ike employees. SCP-3008-2. Although harmless at times corresponding to the original store's opening hours, these entities exhibit violent hostility during periods when the store would be closed. The Foundation prevents further entry and amnesticizes any individual that manages to leave, although escape is infrequent due to the labyrinthine layout of the extra-dimensional store. Associated articles. SCP-3008. A perfectly normal, regular old Ike. Djala. Your call is important to us. The Drooling Path. The Drooling Path. Part 5. Koigarezuki. Accessible from Shizuoka Prefecture, Japan. Description. An extra-dimensional space consisting of an island floating in an ocean, experiencing a cycle of perpetual evening and night. Koigarezuki serves as a refuge for a number of persons and groups of interest. However, the Foundation has so far been unable to successfully infiltrate this location of interest. LOI 0850. However, investigations by the Special Affairs Division of the Public Security Bureau of the Metropolitan Police Department have independently obtained some information on this location, some of which the Foundation has access to. It is known that a number of corporations are based in the region, including the publisher of the Koigarezuki Shimbun, a newspaper documenting political and social events in the anomalous world. Associated articles. SCP-2955 JP. Septet for the Dead Sea en Anarchy. Little Havana. Accessible from Florida, Caribbean islands. Description. Little Havana La Pequena Habana, also known as Habanita, she who has freedom, SWHP, or Habanados, is an independent city-state and paranormal enclave, located in a self-contained pocket universe accessible through ways located in and around southern Florida and the Caribbean islands. The town was run by the Chicago Rum Runners until 1982, and the anomalous crime syndicate maintains a presence to this day. Little Havana is the largest paranormal enclave in the Caribbean, containing 2 universities as well as the Royal Palm Hotel run by Marshall, Carter and Dark. Due to tensions with the Cuban government, the Foundation has been unable to get the inhabitants of the Nexus to sign the Treaty on Free Anomalous Communities. Associated articles. Facility 57 Hub. UIU Location Dossier. Little Havana. Carol 305. Little Havana. Outer Lichtenberg. Accessible from Berlin, Germany. Description. As an extra-dimensional extension of the borough of Lichtenberg, Outer Lichtenberg is an unstable and inconsistent arrangement of apartments, factories, streets, and courtyards. Although known to both the Nazi Obscura Corps and the Paranatural wing of the Stasi, neither organization was able to exert control over the area, and Outer Lichtenberg has remained a haven for political dissidents and anarchists. The population is loosely organized into several independent communes that grow their own food in rooftop gardens, notably including multiple members of the anarchist collective Sindwijedskul. Associated articles. Black and White and Red All Over. Series Hub. Degenerate Art. Last Minute Resistance. A Cloud Over Lichtenberg. Occult Warfare. Paramax. Description. Paramax is a maximum security prison for paranormal criminals. Although built with Foundation and Global Occult Coalition assistance, it is operated as a United States penitentiary by the FBI's Unusual Incidents Unit, holding paracriminals from across North America for the duration of their sentences. The prison was built on a slab of granite suspended in an artificial orphan universe half a mile in diameter, and is only accessible by temporary ways created using thaumatology. Through the use of reality anchors, anti-occult sigils and psionic dampeners, the prison can contain the majority of humanoid anomalies, with specialized countermeasures enabling the maximum security wing to hold even the most powerful mages, reality benders and demigods. No prisoner has ever successfully escaped from Paramax. Associated articles. Third Law Hub. UIU Location Dossier. Paramax. Moving Pictures. Islamic Republic of Eastern Samothrace. Warning. This fictitious location has been included on this list due to a mimetic effect. This delusion is prevalent amongst Foundation personnel, and requires amnestic treatment. See SCP-1173 for full details. Location: Anatolian Peninsula and Aegean Sea, Europe. Description: the Islamic Republic of Eastern Samothrace, IDOS, is a small country located between Greece and Turkey that is subject to a mimetic phenomenon SCP-1173, erasing awareness of its existence. The ongoing religious, ethnic and political conflict within the region has only been exacerbated by the nation's lack of international recognition, and efforts are ongoing to counter the anomalous effect and alleviate the humanitarian crisis. Associated articles. SCP-1173, the Islamic Republic of Eastern Samothrace. SCP-6396, Overhead. Memorandum 117 regarding Project 025. Jorik Dmatik's Proposal. SCP-5572 Prime. Accessible from all around the globe, as long as its requirements are met. Surveillance Facility. Site 120. Description: one of the many afterlives available to humanity. SCP-5572 Prime can be accessed by anyone buried without the phrase "Rest in Peace" marking their grave. Affected individuals are immediately transported to SCP-5572 Prime, a battlefield in which the skeletal forms of the deceased must wage war on demonic forces. Though never confirmed by any explicit data, several theories created by Site-666 staff consider SCP-5572 Prime to be the seventh circle of hell, the domain of violence. Associated articles. SCP-5572, I Ain't No Skeleton Son. From 120's Archives Hub. Gaslight. Gatakeep. Girlboss Hub. The Lands Nobody Returns From. Republic of Shagastun. Location: eastern coast of the Caspian Sea, Central Asia. Description: Shagastun is an anomalous territory where multiple parallel universes overlap, enabling the movement of objects and individuals between them. In some of these universes, Shagastun is a non-anomalous republic known of by the general public. In others it has a long history of alchemy and is known only to the anomalous community, while in others Shagastun does not exist, although traces of its existence remain. Investigation into the origin of the anomalous phenomena associated with Shagastun is still ongoing, but there is a suspected connection to the Sega factions, a group of interest extensively involved in movement between universes. Associated articles. Republic of Shagastun. Deleted page. Wikipedia. SCP-1300-JP. An offering to SCP-1304-JP. The day the wild thistle fell. Redacted per Protocol 4000 issue. Warning. This extra-dimensional location as well as all entities and landmarks within it are issue-class nomenclative hazards. They may not be referred to by any name, title, or designation. Descriptions may be used instead, but must be varied to avoid repetition. For further information, refer to the relevant special containment procedures. Description: this location of interest is accessible by performing Procedure 4000 Halloway in any suitable location, transporting the subject to an unusual forest that can only be safely traversed by following a single dirt path. The nameless woods do not correspond to linear space, and the route of the track that must be followed is different for each expedition, and can loop back on itself without intersecting. This unnamed space is inhabited by a number of sapient anomalous entities of variable appearance. Most can be interacted with safely as long as 4000 SEP precautions are followed, most notably the requirement to never give any inhabitant of the tree-lined region a name or consistent descriptor. Associated articles. The Grove of Exiles. SCP-5935. Blood and the Breaking of My Heart. SCP-6800. The White Ashes. Reliston's Proposal. The Queen's Gambit. Kingdom of Tlanianco. Accessible from Mexico. Description: the Kingdom of Tlanianco is a paranormal enclave located beneath and extra-dimensionally anchored to the Sierra Madre Oriental mountain range in Mexico, within a pocket dimension lit by an artificial sun. The population is notable for their use of a source of energy known as Tlanextlatl, a power with creative, destructive, and transformative capacities, associated with the four solar deities that the inhabitants of Tlanianco worship. Tlanianco is a monarchy that predates the Spanish conquest of Mexico, but the inhabitants of the kingdom have only recently resumed contact with the outside world. Associated articles. Nuclear Dream Hub. The Nuclear Dream begins. Tenatia Dragons. The divinities of Tlanianco. Your eyes shall be opened. Tono Yoke Sanctuary. Accessible from Iwate Prefecture, Japan. Description: an extra-dimensional space accessible from the Kitakami Mountains on the outskirts of Tono City, inhabited by anomalous entities commonly referred to as yokai, in addition to a small number of humans and people of mixed blood. The area is known as Samutogao, and has been inhabited since ancient times by beings believed to be divine by their worshippers. The land is surrounded by fresh water, with a central mountain known as Mt. Kakura. It is mostly rural, although there is some modern technology imported by residents, including devices powered by anomalous means. The largest settlement is Samuto, located in the east and consisting of the more urbanized Kami Samuto district and the more rural Shimo Samuto. The mountainous northern region of Ongar has unpredictable anomalous weather patterns, while the southwestern area connects with a metaphysical region called Ihatov, an area so unstable that even local residents cannot forecast its phenomena. Associated articles. Finding a demon fox. Collected item memorandum catalog number 0723. Tengu. Under Vegas. Location. Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. The Fourth Circle of Hell. Containment Facility. Site 666. Description. SCP-4661 is a region of space in which the city of Las Vegas overlaps with the Fourth Circle of Hell, the domain of greed. While the Foundation's actions in 1992 were able to anchor Las Vegas to baseline reality, Las Vegas and Hell continue to influence each other. This has resulted in a region of the Fourth Circle resembling a distorted and exaggerated version of Las Vegas, and has also enabled a number of Tartarian-class demonic entities to cross over from this demonic metropolis into Las Vegas. These entities are drawn towards and draw power from alcohol use, sexual intercourse, and gambling, and so it has been deemed impossible to fully exclude them from Las Vegas. Instead, containment of Under Vegas involves cooperation with and employment of these Tartarian entities, to ensure that the general public remains unaware of their presence within the city. Associated articles. SCP-4661. Sin City. SCP-5690. Professional Demonatrix. SCP-7666. Under Vegas Orientation. The House Loses. The Signing of the Las Vegas Accords. London. Location. London, England, United Kingdom. Description. SCP-1678 is a reconstruction of the British city of London, located 1 kilometer underground and constructed entirely in a Victorian style. While it is currently only inhabited by a number of biomechanical constructs, it appears to have been constructed through anomalous means to serve as a shelter for survivors of an XK-class end-of-the-world event. The suitability of the location as a disaster shelter is currently being assessed by the Foundation, although it is far from being an ideal option. Associated articles. SCP-1678. London. Hop on hop off. May the sun never set on the British Empire. Footnotes. 1. Nexus connects to one or more alternate realities. 2. A member of the Gox Council of 108. 3. Nexus exists in digital space. 4. Not the official name. The original name is currently untranslatable. 5. A member of the Gox Council of 108. 6. A member of the Gox Council of 108. 7. Freeport exists in digital space.